Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Skies of Arcadia Legends. So we're in the middle of the Cable Skewer side quests, and we are in Esperanza, ready to talk to the Tavern Keep again. I guess I could have just met you there, but oh well, I didn't, so let's make the walk. And it's always good to hear this theme anyway, I love this one. Alright, so up the hill we go. It's not too far now. And I guess we could talk to some people around the town, see what they have to say, because they pretty much all watched my fight with Gregorio back then. Alright, so inside the tavern we go. If you remember, the mother was not very receptive of her daughter's greeting, so... What? You went to Maramba and spoke with my mother? What did she say? I see. I guess you can't expect her to forgive such a selfish daughter so easily. But I was telling the truth when I said that I've never stopped thinking about her. And my mother isn't young anymore. I worry about her health. What can I do? That lady seemed real hard-headed, though. I wonder if there's really anything that we can do. Perhaps if we can somehow prove to your mother that you haven't stopped thinking about her all these years. Prove to her? Now, if only there was something we could show her, something to prove it. I know a way. There's one thing I can show her to prove it. Cable skewers. When I was little, my mother would try to teach me her special cable skewer recipe. Yeah, if you can make a cable skewer using her recipe, it'll show your mom that you haven't forgotten what she taught you. Would you mind waiting for a little bit? I'm gonna make some cable skewers. It's done. If you can get my mother to eat this, I'm sure she'll understand how I feel. Alright, and we received one cable skewer. Nice. I wonder how many times we're gonna be saying cable skewer in this side quest. Probably quite a lot, so... Alright, so now the next step is, of course, to head back to Maramba and talk to the old lady again. So let's get to it. Alright, so we're back in Maramba once again. Let's head back into this building. And thankfully this one's really close by. And see what she thinks about her daughter's cable skewer. You're persistent, I'll give you that. What is it this time? What? You wish me to taste something? But it's a cable skewer. What? You're telling me that that good-for-nothing girl who ran away from home made this cable skewer? Do you expect me to believe that? Ha! Well, let's at least see what it tastes like. No, it's nothing like the cable skewer I make. The person who made this can't be my daughter. I taught her better than this. It has an odd smell, the seasonings are bland, and worst of all, the meat just is not of the same quality. Well, picky, are we? Well, alright, so apparently it wasn't good enough. We're going to have to go back and tell her, and this is where we're going to start actually getting into doing other things besides going back and forth, so let's go. Alright, so we're back in Esperanza. Unfortunately, we have to relay more bad news, so let's get to it. You brought the cable skewer to my mother in Maramba? What'd she say? Huh? She said that the cable skewer that I made didn't taste the same as hers. She said that it smelled funny, it wasn't spiced correctly, and the quality of the meat you used is different. She noticed, huh? There's no way I can duplicate my mother's cable skewers with the ingredients in this town. I remember exactly how to cook it, but I don't have the same ingredients and spices. What should I do? Tell us what you need. We'll bring it to you. Really? That'd be a great help. Here's what I need. I'll need gentum for the scent, kale for the seasoning, and cable meat. Would you bring these 3 ingredients to me? If I have these, I know I'll be able to make my mother's special cable skewer. Gentum, kale, and cable. Leave it to us. Alright, so there's our 3 objectives that we're going to have to go get. I believe you can talk to various people. At this point, you're pretty much just left to go find them. If you remember, I think we can find it in our inventory somewhere. It's probably in the key items. Yes, we have already picked up kale. If you remember, we actually got that automatically when we found the Spice Island discovery. This is what we took from it. So really, the only 2 that we have left to find are the gentum and the cable meat. Now, at this point, you're basically, like I said, just kind of left to find them. Instinctively, the first place you would go when you're thinking about something food-related is, if you remember, Gordo, the pirate, opened a bistro over in North Ocean. So, if anybody knows anything about food, it's probably going to be that guy. So you can go talk to him, and he actually does have one of the ingredients. He has the cable meat for you, and he would tell you where to find the gentum. But since I already know where that is, we're going to stop by there first. You actually buy that from a merchant in Nass Trap, so that's where we're going to be going. Okay, so to get to Nass Trap from here, wrong button, we're going to have to kind of make our way up and around a little bit. So let's do that. Alright, we are now approaching Nass Trap. We can make our way through this strait now that was previously guarded by ships. Obviously, since Nass Trap's been destroyed, they're not really outstanding guard anymore. So yeah, unfortunately, they haven't built this place back up really any since we've been gone. I'm not sure if anyone is actually even making a repair effort at this point, but it's still going to be all kind of messed up and destroyed, so we'll have to make our way around the rubble. Alright, so the place where we're going is into the item shop. If you don't remember, it's up here on the second floor. And we're going to have to make our way around. They built this kind of little ramp here, sort of as a temporary way to get around. And the item shop's right here. Alright, so once we go in and talk to this guy, I don't think we've ever actually talked to him before. I don't really know. Vice the Dashing, it's you. Welcome, welcome. Please, you must buy something from my shop before you leave. So in order to get the gentum out of this guy, we're going to have to talk about various things. What do you wish? Gentum? Of course I have some. It's 500 gold per pouch. Do you wish to purchase a bag? Why yes, I'll buy it. 500 gold? I'll buy it. I needed to help somebody out. Alright, so there's the gentum. There's one of the 2 ingredients we needed to finish collecting. Guess 3 if you count the kale, but again, we'd already found that. So now at this point, we're going to head over to Gordo's Bistro in order to pick up the last one. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a trip. It's pretty much on the other side of the world, so it's going to take a little while to get there. I don't know what he's carrying around there. Alright, and we are now coming up on the Bistro. Again, it's pretty hard to miss, so alright, let's head in. Oh, and there's that tricyclone again. Every time I pass by it, I'm going to think of how long it took me to find that thing. Alright, so inside Gordo's Bistro, we've been in here before. If you remember, we actually recruited Domingo from this place. There's also a cham over here and kind of the fruit basket, but we picked that up. So let's talk to Gordo. What was that? Gentum, kale, and cable, you say? I see. It appears that you're searching for exquisite ingredients. Fortunately, we use cable here in my restaurant. I would be very glad to give you some. It's always best to marinate it for a day or 2 before cooking. That's when it tastes best. Good cable is very hard to come by. Alright, we received that. And he's basically going to tell us where the other 2 are, Gentums and Maramba. Although, yeah, very center of trade itself, Nass Trap, so there's your hint for that. And Kale, you're going to have to find the Spice Island, so he basically just kind of gives you some hints about that. So there you go. Alright, so now that we've picked up the cable, we have all 3 ingredients we need, so next stop, back to Esperanza. Alright, so we're back here in Esperanza, ready to take our 3 ingredients back to the Tavern Keep. What? You found all 3 ingredients? Yep, here you go. Some gentum, kale, and cable. And we give them all away. Yes, this is it. With these ingredients, I'll be able to make my mother's special cable skewer. Just wait here. I'll make some cable skewers. Cable skewers, cable skewers, cable skewers. Thanks for waiting. Would you please bring this to my mother in Maramba now? And we receive 1 mom's skewer. Aw, isn't that sweet? Alright, so hopefully this will pretty much finish it up. We've got, I think, just 1 more back and forth. We're going to give the skewer to the mother, and then we're going to come back and hopefully claim our reward. So we're just about done, and then after that, the next destination is back home. Alright, back in Maramba one last time. Let's go and take the new and improved skewer to the lady here. You're back. I said you were persistent, but this is ridiculous. What? You wish me to taste another cable skewer? Alright, I give in. Let me taste it. I can't believe it. This tastes exactly like my cable skewer. Your daughter says she never once forgot about the time she spent with you. She hasn't forgotten anything you've ever taught her. And the proof is in that cable skewer. She tried so hard to make it just like yours. Please, she's begging for your forgiveness. Tell her that it'll taste even better if she leaves it on the fire for another 30 seconds. Huh? What do you mean by that? Are you forgiving her? Yes, you've won me over. I didn't think I could ever forgive her, but perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps I was at fault as well. Hey, alright, there you go. So she finally forgave her, we finally reconciled their differences. Time to return to Esperanza with the good news, and then we will get our reward. Alright, so we're back in the tavern one last time. Did you bring the cable skewer to my mother in Maramba like I asked? What'd she say? She said it was almost perfect. Well, actually, she said you could probably cook it for about a minute longer. Hey, she said 30 seconds, but the taste was perfect. Really? I'm so happy. I'm sure my mother's forgiven me now. I can't thank you people enough. Please, take this. It's a token of my gratitude. And we get an Abric Cham, like I said we would. If you're ever in the area, please don't hesitate to come and visit me. Yep. Alright, so let's go ahead and use that thing. We can bring Cupel up to his next form. So let's find it. Abric Cham. There we go, the Cupel Claymore. And that's pretty much as good as it's going to get for a while, anyway. I believe, actually, the next form we can get is the final form, so it should be good, but it's still going to be a little while before we get to that point. Alright, so we finally finished this Cable Skewer side quest, and I can stop saying Cable Skewer. And now we're going to head back home and regroup and pretty much just figure out what to do next. And hopefully we can check out our base. So, let's go ahead and make our way back to the ship. Crescent Isle is in the same place it's always been. It's going to be a little bit north of Nass Trap, so let's go there. Alright, so at this point we basically just slingshot past Nass Trap. And we're going to make our way back to Crescent Isle, which should be coming up fairly soon. There it is. Land ho. No place like going home, huh? And check this out. It looks like we've got quite a lot of buildings and stuff around too, so it's pretty neat. Vice, Crescent Isle is straight ahead. Yep, that's Crescent Isle alright, but it looks different. If we reach Crescent Isle by flying east from Yafutoma, that means we sailed around the world. And that's actually a discovery, believe it or not. We have found the world is round. Till now, no one knew what lay beyond the end of the world, and it was commonly thought to be a long, turbulent drop into nothingness. But after the Blue Rogue Vice returned from his voyage around the world, it became known that the world was round, or a donut, as I previously mentioned. Hey Vice, how does it feel to have sailed around the world with your very own ship? And this choice doesn't make any difference. There's no swashbuckler rating here, so I want to see more. I don't think I'll be happy until I see the whole world. I know there's more out there. To think that we just made it home and Vice is already talking about sailing some more. How typical of him. Pretty much. Wow, check this place out. Nice. It's evolved a lot since it's been that deserted island we were stranded on so long ago now. It looks like there are some new buildings that weren't there before. Ismail probably built them while we were gone with the money we gave him. I wonder what Crescent Isle looks like now. Hurry up and land, Vice. Alright, I can't wait to check it out. Welcome home. Well, how do you like what we've done with the place? I have to say that I'm really impressed with your work. Ba-ba-bam! What did you expect from the greatest builder that ever lived? If you keep the gold coming in, I'll keep adding on. I've been busy too. I made new armor plating for the Delphinus's hull. It's super sturdy. After I add it onto your ship, you'll be able to fly through those pesky stone reefs without a hitch. Thank you both for everything you've done for us. I would like you both to join my crew on board the Delphinus. That reminds me, I got this while we were in Yafutoma. Can you do anything with it? Well, shiver me timbers, I've never seen this type of technology before in my life. With this type of engine, you'll be able to fly higher than the clouds and lower than you've ever imagined. I'll get started on this baby in a jiffy. Vice, we should figure out what we're going to do next. I knew someone would say that. That's why I built a meeting room into the wall of the cliff. You can do all your planning from there. You build us a meeting room? Wow, you're great, Ismail. Let's go check it out. Alright, and we gave the book on polarity to Bravum. I don't think he's ever been this excited. Yeah, pretty much. And they also both join our crew, Bravum as an engineer and Ismail as a builder. So now, if we check out our crew, actually, before we do that, we got this little girl here. I don't know why she's here, but nice to meet you. You're Captain Weiss, right? Captain Claire has ordered me to come on board the Delphinus and train with your crew so I can be a better gunner. Oh, and my friends Lily and Nara are also coming with me. I hope you don't mind. We're a team. We'll take care of your cannons. We're going to knock those Valuans out of the sky. Sure, and your name is... Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I mean, I didn't forget my name. I just forgot to tell you. I wouldn't forget my name. That would be silly. I'm Belle. I don't have much experience with cannons, but I'll try my best. Well, you seem enthusiastic enough. I'll give you a chance, and we'll see how you do. Yes, sir. I'll do my best, sir. Alright, and she joins our crew as a gunner. Obviously, we're going to be keeping Chasm at that position. But now, if we check out our crew listings, check this out. We are missing one person. That's it. We have filled up almost all of this list now, so that's awesome. Alright, so we got the enthusiastic Belle in our crew there. And we can also pick up a moonfish here. Well, at least I thought we could pick up a moonfish here. Well, okay, I know it's here. I can hear it. Oh, there it is. Okay, I couldn't figure out the place she had to stand. Okay, yeah, it's down here, pretty much underneath the ship. There we go. Alright, we've also got actually a couple stores around here. Some of our crew members have sort of set up shop. We actually have a ship parts store right here we can check out, which is going to be pretty important. Hey there! Hey, Captain Weiss, do you want to buy some cannons? Awesome, so we can buy and sell our ship equipment now. And as you can see, he's got some pretty decent stuff. This is actually going to replace our two main cannons, so let's go ahead and buy those. Alright, and we've also got a new... yeah, this one's... it's pretty much a lot weaker than the cannon that we have right now, so we're just going to leave that be. We also have this arc whale torpedo, which is incredibly powerful, so we're going to be definitely replacing our Serpent torpedo. All the way up to 400 attack. I mean, that's more than our main cannons right now, so that's awesome. And we've got some other things we can buy. We can also buy complete kits now, which is very, very important. We are going to be stocking up on these. I'm going to buy 50. They're not really even that expensive. We've got rudder grease, which will slow the rate of spirit consumption, machine oil, doubling the rate of spirit restoration. So we can buy some of those if we want. I'm going to hold off for now. We don't have any new armor things, unfortunately. They're all either magic defense or dodge quick or just kind of a luxurious item. So we'll leave that be. We'll sell stuff later. I'm not going to bother with it right now. Alright, so let's head out. Oh, okay, there we go. That was a little weird. Not sure what happened there. I don't think there's anything too important in here yet. Or if there ever really is. Yeah, this is just kind of the room. It looks like Powell and Lawrence are hanging out. Oh, he's eating his food. That's cute. You hired me to do a job. I'm doing the job. I'm not obligated to talk to you when I'm off of your ship. Okay. Playing the guitar there or whatever. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Lawrence is still kind of a jerk, but oh well, he's part of the crew, I guess. Alright, so we've got actually a cham we can pick up if we head around back. There it is. See, you kind of have to hit it without checking these barrels. It can be a bit of a pain. So there we go. We can grab that if we want. We can also head up some, little ramp here and get to the main part of the area. Now, once we get out, basically all of our crew are going to be kind of walking around this place, doing various things, wanting various things. We can come in over this way, I believe. The layout of the island hasn't changed, but the way you get there is a little different. You can see we've got a couple shops set up here. This is Osmonds Shop. Greetings, I have a plethora of items for you and your crew. So if we want, we can buy and sell some stuff. I don't think she really has anything too important. Yeah, she's just got a bunch of boxes, which are basically worthless. If we talk about various, or just talk to Osmond, not various things this time. This shop is a little dull for my taste. I want a bigger shop, a shop that is more befitting of a merchant as grand as myself. I'll need 2,000 gold to remodel this place. So, yeah, sure, we'll pay her. Thank you, Captain. You've got great taste. I'll use my looks to try and scare up a few new items. Yep, so various crew members will be running shops and places like this, and you can give them gold in order to upgrade their facilities. It's really not important. I mean, you'll get better items, like from Osmond, for example. But as far as the story is concerned, you could really just not even pay them anything, and you wouldn't have to worry about it. So here's Ryu Khan. Yeah, so he doesn't really want to upgrade his shop, so he just tells me to come back later and he'll forge us a blade worthy of legends or whatever. He does have the Wind Slicer here, which is slightly better than the blade we have, so we'll definitely get that. I've got a couple new pieces of armor, it looks like. We'll buy the Captain's Cloak for Aika, even though she's not a captain, go figure. And see, we've got a Blessed Robe, the Insulated Mail, I guess we can buy for Enrique. And the robe we can get for Fina. And it's also got a couple different accessories here, nothing really too important, so we'll just leave it be. Again, I could sell some stuff, but I'm not going to bother right now, we'll take care of that later. Alright, so there we go. That's all the shots for now. Our last crew member will actually be setting up right here. So, well, unfortunately we can't do that right now, so we'll just have to head out. And this is the part we all wanted to check out anyway. This is the main outside of the island. As you can see, things are progressing pretty well here. And we've got a couple of our builders. Remember, we brought Kerala back with us. That old Ismail really is something. Just watching him makes me want to start building things for you. So how about it? It'll cost you some gold, but I guarantee you a job well done. You can't just sit here while Ismail has all the fun. Alright, so let's ask her to build something. We've got a couple different things we can remodel. As you can see, the living quarters, the tavern, and Khalifa's tent. Now, anything that Kerala remodels will basically be done in the Yafutoban style, kind of the Japanese, type architecture. So, we're gonna I usually have her upgrade the living quarters. Again, it's not really important, but it looks cool, and it's nice to have, like, a really cool island when you come back to it. This is Khalifa's tent. We'll probably never go in there, but it's there anyway. And we can also... Ismail is around somewhere, but I think it may be after the scene. But we can talk to him and have him build stuff if we want. I usually have him remodel the tavern, but we'll do that later, apparently. Alright, so if we go in here, you can see we got a couple people standing around. Polly's around. And I think I'll be able to cook here. Yeah, but I think, yeah, she's going to give us... she can't... We're going to have to upgrade it first. Basically... It kind of depends on who you use to upgrade it. If you use Kerala, then Urala here will be kind of like the main server and everything. If you use Ismail, then Polly will be the main one. You can see Don's hanging out here, Marita's hanging out here. You can actually, once you upgrade it, you can buy a stage for her as well. I mean, there's plenty of things you can spend money on here, but unfortunately we kind of have to have it upgraded first to do any of that. And in here's the living quarters. Pretty much the rest of our crew is just going to be hanging out in here. You can see Hans is around, Marco's around, and Penta's also around. But we'll be able to do some things with Penta later, but again, we have to upgrade a few things first. And I think Moegi is standing out here. Yep, here she is. It's a very beautiful island that you found, Vice. This pond reminds me of home. It's relaxing. I wish that I could just sit here like this forever. Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Alright, so if we head up here, this is where our flag is going to be standing. Remember, this is where we built the signal fire back when we were stranded before. If you check the flag here, you can change it if you want to get a different design. But what we're here for... There we go, there's a Cham there, so let's go ahead and use that. Not like it's going to make a difference at this point. Oh, and there's also something else we can take note of once we get out of this menu. If we go back, we can see our rating is now Vice the Fallen Pirate. There's something important we're going to be doing with that. It's actually going to be another wanted battle later on, but for now we're just going to have to deal with it. That's actually something we're going to be taking care of before we head to the next major area. Alright, so at this point, that's basically all there is to see around the island for right now. Once it gets upgraded, you'll get some new stuff to check out, some more things you can buy, but it's pretty basic for the time being. So we can head up to this lift here, and this is really cool. This is where the meeting room is that Ismail mentioned. So you get a nice view of the island. It's pretty, isn't it? You come up here, and Tika Tika is standing on this pole. I guess this would be a good place for a lookout to stand. And, oh yeah, there's actually a moonfish here. I almost forgot. It's going to be up top here. Alright, so let's head into the meeting room. It's still hard for me to believe that Ismail turned this deserted island to a base. Vice, Aika, Enrique. Thank you for everything you've done. So far, we've managed to get 3 of the moon crystals. I never would have made it this far on my own. Thank you so much. Come on, Fina, you don't have to thank us. Yeah, if it wasn't for you, I don't think we would have ever gotten the chance to sail around the world. We should be thanking you. Fina, I don't know if you've realized it yet, but your mission's helped us all, and we've all grown to be such good friends. Yes, thank you. I mean, you're welcome. Until recently, I lived a sheltered life. I was scared when the elders asked me to search for the crystals, and I was alone. Since then, I've made some great friends, and I get excited when we explore new lands, even the ones with monsters. Yeah, when you first heard what we did for a living, you seemed really surprised, almost intimidated. You're sounding more like an air pirate every day. Before you know it, you'll be dressing like us, and Cupid will be wearing an eye patch. That would be kind of a funny sight. Hey, that reminds me. Do you know where we should go to get the next moon crystal? Yes, I do. To the far south lies a land that basks in the cold light of the purple moon. It's known as the Land of Ice. The purple moon crystal should be hidden there. Land of Ice? The purple moon is the source of power for all ice magic, and because of that, the lands under the moon have become encased in ice. I've heard stories about that place. Some of the others back home used to tell me about the rumors they'd hear. Here we go again. Oh man. I heard that the air is so cold that anyone who goes there will be frozen solid in a matter of seconds. I don't want to have to chisel you out of the ice, Vice. Where do you get these stories? First, I was going to catch on fire, then people were going to eat us with sticks, now I'm going to freeze. Getting the crystal's not going to be easy, but I think your overactive imagination's getting the best of you. What do you mean? Alright, fine. When you become a Vicesicle, don't come crying to me. I'm sure everything will be alright. I doubt it's that cold, Aka. Well, according to our Valuan archaeologists, beneath the layers of ice lies the ruins of an ancient city. The ruins have been undisturbed since the Old World. Unfortunately, no one's ever been able to break through the ice. All we've been able to do is observe the ruins from the sky. So we don't really need to go there because it's impossible to get the crystal. Well, I was thinking, Brabham said that the hull had been reinforced, right? If the hull's strong enough to break through stone reefs, perhaps it's strong enough to break through the ice. That might work. We could bust through the ice with the Delphinus. If the Delphinus can get through the ice, then we can get the crystal. Yeah, then it looks like our next destination is to the south, to the Land of Ice. Well, it looks like we've got a long journey ahead of us. I think we should take the rest of the day off and celebrate. Alright, so we've got a plan. Awesome. So here we are. This is Vice's room. Didn't check this place out. Got some various things around. Got the bed, of course. Got a desk. Can't really check anything too much. And of course, this will all change since we have Kerala upgrading our living quarters. So let's go ahead and head out. And of course, these are the various other people's rooms. I think Aka, Fina, and whoever the fourth member is, in this case, Enrique. So I believe, yes, Ismail is standing out here now, so we can actually have him upgrade some stuff. So we can have him remodel something. Like I said, I usually have him do the tavern. It's going to be 1,500 gold, so let's do it. Alright, we can also actually come back up into the meeting room again. And of course, yes, you do have to sit through this scene every single time, but oh well. Yeah, Tika Tika actually says some interesting things too. I guess we can talk to him real quick. Hey Captain, did you know you can see the entire island from up here? Nothing to report today. Well, except for the fact that Ismail ate Brabham's lunch when he wasn't looking. Yeah. They always kind of go back and forth doing something with each other's lunch. So if we go back in the meeting room, we can actually kind of explore the place a little bit. Since we're not in a scene, you can see we got some various things around. Cool table. Awesome painting up here. I don't know who did this, but this is so cool. Man, I'd love to have that. We got a model of a ship here. I don't think... yeah, it is a model of a Delphinus. It's kind of yellow, though. I don't know. It's a little weird. We got some books around, nothing really too interesting, but Domingo's standing up here. Hey Vice, how's it going? Still trying to explore as much of the world as you can, I see. Well then, let me check out your discovery log. Ah, you've made 53 discoveries. That's the spirit. Finding someone with a discovery log as full as yours would be a discovery in itself. Like I promised, here's a little something I put together for you. And we're going to get a few things. We're going to get a Paranta seed, Isel seed, Zale seed, and a Sylph seed. Once you make 64 discoveries, I'll give you another present. Yep, so depending on how many discoveries you have, you'll get various items from him, so always nice to get a few of those stat boosting seeds. Alright, so at this point, let's head back down, and I think we'll probably call it a wrap here soon. Get to a save point and all that, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, now let me find the nearest save point. Oh yeah, also, Gonzalez actually kind of has a proper grave now. So, yeah, to be honest, it wasn't what either of us was expecting, pretty much. And believe it or not, his grave will actually upgrade too as you start to build more onto this place. Kind of the whole area changes, even though you're just remodeling a few buildings. It's kind of neat. Alright, so let's see. There should be a save point, I believe, down here by the ship. So the easiest way to do that is to go in here. And there's actually a little pole you can slide down. Slide right down here. This is pretty cool. I always like to spin around while I'm doing it. It doesn't really do anything, but it's fun. Alright, we're back down in the port, and then at this point we are pretty much ready to go. We've got a couple side things to take care of, and then my next destination, as we established at our meeting, is going to be the Lands of Ice. Should be fun. So I think we're going to cut it right here, and next time we'll do all that stuff. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.